What's up guys, welcome to Poland's Garage. So in today's video we're going to be working once again on the SL. This is going to be sort of how-to video, not exactly, but I'm going to try to show you as many informations as possible. You need to rebuild the, not rebuild, but take off all the roof components, because as you know, if you're interested in those cars, it has the hydraulic roof. So I'm going to be removing all those cylinders and everything. This is just the two at the front, but we're going to be removing all the ones from the back. I don't know how long it's going to take to do it, but this car was supposed to be junked anyway. I decided to buy it, part it out, so I have the car for free and kind of make it like a rad road style. So we're gonna be removing all the components because the roof works perfectly fine on this car. That's why I'm gonna sell all the rebuilt shocks and all the rebuilt the ECU and everything, because everything works for it, you know. So I'm gonna try to like show you, gonna be mostly time lapse, but I'm gonna try to show you like how I remove it and where exactly stuff is located, you know, where certain stuff is located. So it's easier for you just in case you need to remove something. So I will try to I'll probably do more time lapse and just like ride over the video, like to tell you what exactly part this is, you know. So you, just in case you have any questions, or you can just comment down in the comment section below if you have any more questions that I didn't show in the video. So let's get into the video and do all the time lapse we can. Alright guys, so just a quick update between the time lapse. So you just saw the time lapse of what I did right here, but it's kind of hard to explain it because it's so dark in here. I was trying the best with the light, but it's just hard to do it. So I'm gonna show you exactly what you have to do. So first you have to lift this thing up all the way to this position so you can see, so it sits straight like this. And then you will be removing 3 of those bolts on each side that are holding the frame in, and there's 3 exactly the same ones on the other side. So 3 on each side, and then there's one little extra one over here. And this is just the plug that is holding the cylinder, this little cylinder right here, or the big ones, actually it's not the little ones, the biggest one. It's holding it onto the frame. So this is all you need to do to loosen it up. You have one bolt right here, there where the big one goes. Another big one goes right on the side over there. They're all 13mm bolts. Then you have to, if you want to help me flip it down. Actually, I think it's pretty light too. So you can probably do it with one person. There is another 30 millimeter. This is the shorter one. So this one goes right in here. Yes, right in there. And then you have to get it to a halfway up position. So basically set it up halfway through. So this cylinder lifts, not the cylinder, but this bracket lifts up. And there is one more bolt straight down right here. So if you go from here straight down, there's one more, and it's also one of the long ones. So you have 3 of the long ones and one of the short one. They're all 30 millimeter, and you have to loosen off from the cylinder, which is you just pop this clip off and you slide this out. Alright guys, so now that I removed every single one of them, everything you saw in the time lapse, this is, I'm gonna show you all the shocks right now. So this is every single one of them. This is the ones that go in the trunk. As you can see, they go like this. Obviously this is the whole assembly. The cylinder is right here, so you would still have to pop off those clips to remove the cylinder, but this is how you remove the rear. Then you have those two with the metal bracket as well. Those go on the sides, and this is for the tonneau cover lock, so they go right in there on both sides. Those are the ones for the tonneau cover. So then you have those two. This is the 2 more in the back. This is the ones that lift up the tonneau cover from the back. Those are these ones. They're pretty straightforward. There's no bracket for them. Those two, as you saw, those are the first ones we took out. Those go on the front, and those ones are the front locks. So on your windshield, above your windshield, this is the cylinders with the locks. You have those big boys, which is the 2 main cylinder lifts. As you can see, they're pretty big. It seems like those ones will be the easiest ones to rebuild because you don't have to pop off the clips. If you look in those, as you can see, someone was rebuilding it already because they cut it out open so they can easier pop off the clip. This is not necessarily the right way to do it, but it's the easier way to do it. We actually did exactly the same thing when rebuilding Justin's shocks on his Mercedes. And then you have that, let me put this one back. And then you have those two. This is the 2 last ones that you have. Those ones are the ones in the soft top. So this is the last one you saw me removing, the little ones right here.
They're called bow extensions.
Okay, so the bow extension ones. They're pretty straightforward. All you have to do is 1 Allen wrench on the top and 1 clip from the bottom, and that's how they are mounted. So hopefully I will try to lay over in the time lapse. I wrote down most of the sizes right here, so I'll try to lay it over in the video so you can see what tools you need to use. And I'll also bring up all the tools in a second, but there's one more thing I want to show you because it might have been kind of complicated seeing on the time lapse because it's kind of like an uncomfortable way to do it. So you saw those two. I already explained how there's 4 bolts in here, how you take this out. But for the big cylinders, so for the main lift, you have 2 bolts that look like this. They kind of almost look like bullets, kind of like the styling of them, and those are the bolts that I was removing right here from the side. To remove those, you had to lift up this little rubber clip, or not the clip, but like the rail where all the hoses for the vacuum go, and you just have to unscrew it. It's a number, I strongly believe it was number 13. Let me just check it out one more time. So just not give you the wrong information. Yeah, sorry, it's a 14. Okay, so those two are the only 14s. And it's just like a nut. You just remove it, you screw it all the way, and once you screw it, just pull it out and the cylinder is loose. And once again, you just have those 2 connectors right here. And also for the bow extensions, if you saw it in the time lapse or not, instead of removing, we removed the bow extension with the locks in them, and with the shocks in them, and with the hoses. And there is a little quick disconnect. You can grab a light so you can see a little bit better. And this quick disconnect works way better. All you do, you just twist it. It's twisted like this. There's a little plastic lock over this. So if you remove this plastic lock, you just twist it like this, and it unlocks the line. So all you have to do is just use pliers. It's easier if you use pliers. Just pull it off, lift it up with the pliers, and this way you can remove the entire thing. And also there's on the other side, there's just one clip, as you saw on this for the driver's side or the left side. I just cut the clip, but I'm gonna rewire it. But this is the only clip, only to the driver's side or the left side, whichever you want to say it is. And I think this is it. It's pretty straightforward, if that's the right word to use, but it takes some time to remove everything. It took me about 3.5 hours. I also had to move the camera around and everything, so it was a little bit longer because of that. But I'm pretty sure you can get it in like 3 hours. If you have some mechanical knowledge, you can get it out in like 3 hours. And I don't think it's really that hard. The hardest part is really to put it back in, but just don't wait too long so you have the memory of where everything goes. And don't lose any clips. I put all the, not to lose my clips, the ones because they're really hard to come by. I just put them in the cigarette pack, so I make sure none of them get lost, and because they're really hard to find. But besides that, that was it. So I hope you guys liked the video and hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, stay tuned, see you next time. Let me know in the comments if it was helpful. Also, if you need some help or you have any question, let me know in the comments as well. Have a good one. Alright guys, so just really quickly, I'm back for a second. I will show you all the tools I used on the to remove everything you saw today. So including the pump, the shocks, the ECU and everything. So starting with, you need a 14mm socket, 13mm, 12mm, 10mm, and 8mm. This is the sockets you need. You will need some sort of hex, Torxes and Allen wrenches. You need an Allen wrench, this is I believe number 5. And you need a T27 and T30 Torx. Then you need a 11mm wrench to undo the lines on the pump. You also need a 7mm wrench to undo the other line. I didn't have a 7mm, so it just worked out to use pliers for me. I just used pliers and put some force on it, and it came right off. And you need extensions. Whatever you have to do, you need extensions for the sockets, because there's no way you'll be able to unbolt the soft top without it. So get yourself a nice set of extensions, because you will need it, both sides, the 1/4 inch and the 3/8. You don't really need a 1/2 inch for anything, but the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch is a must. Then you don't need it, but very helpful is a set of those long needle nose pliers, as well as the short ones. You can get away with the short ones only, but it's way easier if you get the long ones as well. You need a flathead screwdriver, mostly for popping off clips. You need a Phillips screwdriver, and your ratchets. I used both the 1/4 inch and the 3/8. You could probably get away with just the 1/4 inch because the bolts are not super tight, but this is every single tool you need to basically do what I just did today. So if you missed something, just get over the video, like rewind it really quickly, and you have all the numbers and everything there. So it's really not that hard. Just don't lose the clips and use the right tools, and you're gonna be good. All right guys, so have a good one.